Temptation number 2 is to interpret God through your circumstances rather than his word. It is so easy, y'all, to succumb to this one. When life goes good, we think, oh, we must have the pleasure of God. But when life goes bad, we think, well, God must be angry at me if he exists at all. And so you find yourself looking at heaven saying, God, you said you loved me. And this? Or we start saying, God, what have I done wrong? God, why are you punishing me? Sometimes I'm not even sure you exist, as if you're paying him back for your disbelief. Y'all, look at Jesus. He's the beloved Son. He is completely pleasing to God. He is completely in step with the Spirit. He is exactly where he is supposed to be, yet he is not shielded from pain. He is in a desert. Jesus said that for those who follow him, the cross would be the center of their lives. And the cross does not mean you wear a little gold ornament around your neck or you have it tattooed to your ankle. What the cross means is it means misunderstanding. It means betrayal by your friends. It means suffering, often unjust suffering, and sacrifice. Jesus said the servant's not better than the master. And if I went through the cross, then you can expect to also. When Jesus said, follow me, he wasn't beckoning us to a barefoot walk through a meadow filled with snuggles and rainbows. He was calling us to pick up the cross where he had gone. When that happens, and it surely will happen, when the Spirit of God takes you into the desert of financial hardship, the desert of a betrayal by a friend, the desert of an uncooperative spouse, the desert of disrespect or of unappreciative children or of loneliness, what are you going to believe about God in that desert? Are you going to interpret God through your circumstances, or are you going to see your circumstances through the promise of God's word? Because y'all, listen, we got something even better than Jesus and all the Old Testament prophets had. They had the promises of God's word and the prophets. We have the demonstration of God's love at the cross. John Owen, the Puritan writer, used to say, the greatest insult you could ever give to God after the cross is to doubt his love for you. What else would he have to do to show his steadfast love for you? And then you turn around and say, I need something else beyond that. It reminds me of a hymn we used to sing when I was a kid, and I don't think we sing it anymore because it's got one of these goofy tunes to it, but I need no other argument. I need no other plea. It is enough that Jesus died and that he died for me. Enough for me that Jesus saves. That ends my fear and doubt. A sinful soul, I came to him. He did not cast me out. I need no other argument. I need no other plea. It is enough that Jesus died and that he died for me. Or there's one we sing now that's more current. When Satan tempts me to despair and tells me of the guilt within, upward I look and see him there who made an end to all my sin. In other words, I am assured of the steadfast love of God, not only because he declared it, which should be enough, but also he demonstrated it through the cross, so that I know that whatever valley I'm walking through, if he didn't leave me there when it was my sin that was crucifying the life out of him, he's not going to leave me now. And if God raised Jesus from the dead, he is certainly working in my circumstance in front of me.